Oh, hey everybody. This is one I call Weekly Purchases. Welcome everyone, Kyle here. It is Saturday and we are back again with another Weekly Purchases, the time of the week where we find out what the mailman, the Amazon, the FedEx guy, the UPS guy, the DHL guy, and most importantly, what I found in stores this week. It is Weekly Purchases. On top of that, we got some news like we always do. Another busy week. Hopefully it was a busy week for you guys out there. It was for me. It's one of those weeks where I thought it was going to be a lull. And then, as you guys may know or may not know, you're going to find out in this video, I went down the road of another collection. Not going to be a completist with this one. We'll talk about it a little bit more in Weekly's Purchases, but it sent me on a mad dash this week, and I will show you what became of that collection so far. So a little teaser, a little Easter egg to the future coming up. But this week, hopefully you enjoyed all the videos on the channel. We had some great unboxings, a lot of those Hasbro Con exclusives. We had the Cobra Commander, we had the Power Rangers. We had the Jax videos that I accidentally dumped. I shouldn't say accidentally. Thursday, I don't know what happened to YouTube, but all of a sudden they dumped all my backlog videos. I always have a few safety unboxings just in case I can't upload a day, I can't get something filmed or whatever. Just nice to have a couple of extras in my back pocket. Well, somehow they got uploaded. So Thursday, you guys got 3 unboxing videos. And then Thursday night, same thing. I uploaded it, was going to edit it, and bam, it went live. So I got to pay more attention. YouTube's default settings went away. Long story short, you got 3 videos on Thursday, and you got a Detolf unboxing video on Thursday as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Here's how to put together an IKEA Detolf like you see behind me. My beautiful wife, Angie, took it upon herself. She built all those while I was at work, filmed the whole thing for you guys. We put a little video up. Hopefully that is something that will be useful to the action figure community out there. I know a lot of questions about Detolfs on a lot of message boards I'm at. I get a lot of questions. I just see a lot of stuff. So hopefully that video can help somebody out there. If it can help one person, it was worth it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my wife's Detolf work. My wife and kids also joined me on Friday's fig hunting video. All over the place on that one. So check that one out if you have not. The most important video of the week, though, for me was the Legends Series 8 Target exclusive unboxing. Hopefully you checked that video out. I believe I was the first one on YouTube to have that review of that full set. And I gotta thank our boy, that old outlaw, that cowboy Waylon Jennings, traveling a couple hours north of where we are, picked up that whole set for me. What luck. Waylon coming through clutch, helping me out, helping the channel out, helping you guys out. Just an awesome, awesome set. Obviously, I'm biased, but that Ultimate Warrior, if you haven't watched, just fast forward to the end of the video. Watch that Ultimate Warrior part. Man, it's amazing, amazing figure. An amazing set. Hopefully, everybody can get them out there. They're starting to trickle into your Targets. Like I said, I haven't really seen any around my local Targets yet. I need like 4 or 5 of those Warriors. That is how good that figure is. And that's my plan. So a lot of good stuff on the channel this week, so follow along. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Tell a friend. Let's get the subscribers going. Pass it on to all your friends out there. Make sure they're subscribed as well. Follow me on social media at Twitter at SirPaul64, Instagram _Kyle_Peterson, and then buy a shirt. Hey, why not? While we're at it, belowthecollar.com/Kyle Peterson. I got shirts on there. Support the channel. Wear me on your shirt. Yeah, we'll see. But thanks to those that have bought a shirt so far. Already way more than I ever thought would ever happen in a million years. But there's a little good housekeeping or whatever you want to call it. But last week was the Chris Jericho AEW Chase exclusive drop by Ringside. Well, this week again, Wednesday night, they did the Cody 1 of 500, $200 price point, limited edition. You know, a lot of people are saying, how did it sell out so fast? There was 500. Well, Ringside didn't get all 500. Something tells me Ringside had maybe 100, maybe even less than that, probably less, probably more like 50. And I can tell you, you guys remember my story last week. I was kind of sound asleep on the couch, so I missed out. This week, I actually pulled up Twitter right as Ringside posted, hey, this is live. Went to click into Ringside, put it in my cart, started the checkout process, and once again, all gone by the time I was checking out. So I did not get the 1 of 500 Cody Rhodes. It is what it is at this point. I never said I was going to get every single one of those Chase ones. I don't know if I'll ever get any of them. You guys know, it's not like if I saw them in the store, I wouldn't get it. Of course I would. Who wouldn't? But I just don't like the appeal of the 1 of 500s, 1 of 1000s. I can live with the 1 of 3000s because those seem a little easier. But at the end of the day, these really crazy amounts, I don't like them because you know me. I'm a completist most of the time. Maybe some of you guys are too. That makes it very difficult to be a completist when every single set's going to have a 1 of 500 and a 1 of 1000. And Jack's telling us last week, hey, we're going to have a set every single month in 2021 or somewhere in there. That's a lot of money, and that's a lot of hot garbage is my guess. There's going to be some 1 of 500s, 1 of 100s that people are going to way overpay for. You wait 6 months later, they're not going to be worth anything. We saw this with Jack's back in the day with the 1 of 500s. It's a little different. It's not the same as those were just title belt chases, but those were crazy astronomical prices, and then they fell back to earth pretty hard. I don't know if we'll see it to that same extent with the AEW figures, but I just don't know. I don't really like it. I understand what Jeremy and the Jazwares team are doing. They're trying to make excitement. You know, Jeremy's very caught up in the trading card world, which is crazy with that kind of stuff. 1 of 1s, 1 of 10s, those kind of things. So I think it's here to stay. But unfortunately, there's more grumbling and bad will towards AEW figures right now. On top of all this, most people can't even find the regular figures. And then you got Series 2. It's supposed to be out late October. Will that actually happen? It's definitely not going to happen in store. We're not going to see those Series 2 probably December at best. Maybe late November. I don't know. We'll see. But a lot of bad will with that stuff. So Mattel's got to be smiling from a business aspect right now. As say what you want about Mattel, you can at least find some of their figures at retail. AEW's been a ghost town for over a month. You guys watched my figure hunting videos. I found, was it 2 or 3 full pallets of product in one store that had them on the shelf. I found my share. I got it from ringside, but I washed my hands of Series 1 and moved on. But I haven't seen anything since. And you guys know I'm in a heck of a lot of stores, more than the average Joe. And if I'm not seeing them, the people that go once a week, they're not seeing them either. So we'll see. Time's going to tell, but I'm all in. I'm going to get all the regular stuff. If I come across the 1 of 500, 1 of 1000, you know I'm going to get it. If I get a chance at ringside, I'll probably get it. It's one of those things you act and you decide what you want to do later. Maybe you put it on eBay and make some serious money. I don't fault anybody for that. When somebody's paying $2,000 for a $100 figure right off the bat, that's hard to turn down. And I know ringside gets a really bad rap about all these things, but what do you expect them to do? They can't win. It's a no-win situation for them. If they sold them for $2,000 like they're going for on eBay, people would be all over them. If they sold them like we're seeing for $100 or $200, people are all over them. If they sent them randomly for free, just as a replacement for somebody, people would be all over them. Well, why didn't I get that? I ordered 5 Codys. How come I didn't get that? You can't win in their what they're doing. Just a no-win situation. They're not Walmart. They're not Target. They're an online retailer, third-party distributor. They pay extra money to get those ahead of Walmart, Target. It's just not apples to apples. And Walmart and Target, their employees have no clue what the product is most of the time. This is a specific wrestling company that sells wrestling figures. It's just not apples to apples. So I don't fault Ringside at all. You know, I think we're lucky that Ringside's actually charging those lower prices than what we're seeing on eBay and what the market is obviously willing to pay for it. So they should be a little bit applauded there. They also don't say, hey, it's going on sale Friday at 10 a.m. Because you know what would happen if that was? The bots would get every single one of those. They're just doing surprise drops out of nowhere. I view that's the fairest way. I don't like it because I might not be by my computer or my phone or whatever. But it's just a no-win situation. It's just tough around the whole thing. So there you have it. There's that. That's my piece on those. But speaking of AEW figures, we saw Series 2. We saw some of the glamour shots. So that means they got to be coming soon. I don't think they're coming as soon as we think because we would have saw in-package shots if that was the case. So something tells me the late October Series 2 via Ringside, probably not going to happen. Hopefully I'm wrong. But we did see Hangman Page. We saw the Lucha Brothers. We saw Jon Moxley. We saw the regular and the Chase. We saw MJF. We saw Dustin Rhodes last week. So there you have it. It looks like a strong set. There's still a lot of gripes about the skin tone and kind of the face on these guys. I don't know. I always say we got to wait till you see them in hand. Series 1 definitely was a little light-skinned. They're supposed to have those re-released here in October. Series 1 coming back out with darker skin tones. No word on that. No more saying on that since we heard that. So I don't know. A lot of questions with the AEW line right now. But from everything Jeremy says online that the retailers are happy with them, I don't understand how they could be happy. Retailers aren't in the business of selling empty shelves. You lose your space real quick if you can't keep your shelves full. I know that firsthand. I deal with it every single day. It's part of the bane of my existence, taking calls at all hours of the day. Want to know why shelves are empty, and hey, I'm going to give that space to somebody else. I got to think there's some of that coming with AEW. Well, they can spin, they can say whatever they want. But if you can't get the product to the Walmarts and Targets of the world, they're going to move on to somebody else that will. You can't sell empty shelves. So that's it. That's the end of the AEW rant this week. So let's move on. Ringside, speaking of them, they showed in-package pictures of Walter from the NXT TakeOver. Fantastic figure. I got to see Walter at an indie show right here in town a few years back. Love Walter. Love that he's something different. Love the hard hitting. Love the packaging on this figure. Mattel is showing us a little bit more of that, where they're kind of displayed in the package. That is awesome. I think that is something that could be a real winner. You go back to early days of Mattel, the battle packs and stuff. Everybody was posed in the package. It costs a lot more, but man, it looks great if you're an in-package collector. So very, very cool there. Boss fight figures, we saw some new basic, akin to basics, I call them. We saw, the Lucha Brothers, we saw Taya Valkyrie, and then we saw an old school Juventud Guerrero. Very cool. I will be picking up Juventud and Taya. I'll probably sleep on the Lucha Brothers. We'll see. They're going to be about $20, so about $10 more than the traditional Mattel Basic. That makes sense because smaller company, smaller runs. There's also a little bit more articulation with these. Rumor has it, though, that they're a 6.5, 7-inch scale. I hope that's not correct. You want everything to be uniform, so hopefully that's the way they end up shaking out. But there's still some heat on Boss Fight Studios who make these. There's a little bit of heat still on Super 7, probably a lot of heat. New Japan figures and the original Lucha Brothers figures, we've pre-ordered these well over a year ago, and we've seen nothing. I always tell you guys, Big Pad Toy Store, that's where I go to pre-order a lot of this stuff. It's a $4 flat rate shipping no matter what you buy, but you don't pay for those figures until they ship. That is like what I want to do. Why pay $200 to Super 7 and let them sit on your money for a year and a half is what it's going to be at this point. That's dumb. Put that money in your bank and get, $20 interest if you're lucky. Probably not that much, but it's the principle of the thing. Don't let another company make money on your money. Pay with Big Bad Toy Store, and then you charge you when they ship. That's just, I don't mind waiting a month or two of a company sitting on my money, but over a year, them sitting on it, come on, you can find something better to do with your money there. I'm not affiliated with Big Bad Toy Store in any way. I just used them for 20 probably years. But that's what I do. That's my opinion. That's my rule. That's my recommendation. So there you go. We also saw this week, speaking of Ultimate Warrior, have I mentioned how much I love that Legends Series 8 figure? I don't know if I've said that in the last 5 minutes, but here we go again. I love that figure. They announced Fan Takeover, Fan Central, Amazon exclusive. This will be an Ultimate Warrior with the extra articulation, the big deluxe box. We love them. There was that first Ultimate Warrior doing his WCW outfit from Halloween Havoc. A great warrior. A lot of people slept on that warrior. Now that's a heavy-duty, high-dollar figure. I expect this one to be the same. You got 3 options on it. SummerSlam 89, I think Survivor Series 90, and of course WrestleMania 6. It's a tough one to choose. A lot of discussion online, what to pick. A lot of people saying, well, we already had WrestleMania 6. Yeah, like 9 years ago. A lot of people that would want that figure. That is, at the end of the day, probably his most iconic match, his most iconic, pictures from, all that kind of stuff. A lot of people didn't have that 9 years ago. There's so many new collectors in the last couple of years that would love that. I would love that figure. Get the 2 correct belts. I mean, they could really do that one up really good. We'll see where that goes. But I really like that SummerSlam 89. I've really wanted that in a regular Elite for a long time. We got a basic of that a while back. And also that 1990 Survivor Series. Another awesome figure. You can't lose with any of these. I guarantee whatever one wins, that'll be the Ultimate. The other 2 will be in a future Elite series. I guarantee it. Ultimate Warrior Madness at an all-time high. Heck, I'm even wearing an Ultimate Warrior hoodie today, I just realized. So there you go. But I voted for all 3 of them. I could not choose. It's like choosing between your kids. I had to get 3 different things going, and I voted for each one. So there you go. And you know I'm buying 2 of whatever one it is, and maybe even more, probably 3 or 4. So there's that. Make sure you vote on that Ultimate Warrior. And that's it for wrestling news. This week, though, no Marvel news, no Star Wars news. Can you believe that? There's always Marvel announcements every single week. I'm still looking for that Joe Fixit Gamerverse wave. I thought for sure this was my week. As you guys know, probably follow along. Hopefully you're following me on social media for little tips and tricks out there. Watching along on the figure hunting videos. This week and last week, Target, buy $100 in toys, get $25 off. Buy $50 in toys, get $10 off. This is the time you step up and you buy your toys. Unfortunately, all the stuff I was hoping to get did not show up. I was hoping for those new Ninja Turtles, the Roadkill Rodney and the Triceratops pack. I need to get 2 of those. That's an army builder. I was hoping to find those, buy them for $100, get $25 off. Hoping to find that whole Gamerverse Joe Fixit wave. It's hitting all over the country, but not in the Midwest, it seems. Was hoping to get that and save $25. The Legend set, thankfully that hit. My boy Waylon, I split that $25 with him. You know, he gets a little finder's fee for helping his old boy out, that old outlaw. But at least we saved on that a little bit. But hopefully more Legends hit. I'd like to get all my Warriors done and buy all these and get this over with. But anytime I can save money, you know what I say, you got to get a deal. Got to get a deal out there. And I got to get a deal. So hopefully I can find something. Today is the last day. If you're watching this on Saturday, I'm going out later today for one last chance. Pop Finder doesn't look too promising, but you never know. I've been surprised before. Maybe I'll find something. Worst case scenario, if you got kids, now's the time to stock up for your Christmas and pick up some things like that for your kids. Might as well save some money. You can put that money towards something else, towards different figures. That's what I do. So we'll see where it goes. But I do expect that deal to last a few more times this year. I think we'll see that in a couple times in November and probably a bunch of times close to Christmas. They did it maybe 4 times last year, if I remember right. So we already got 2 under our belt this year. But save as much money as you can on your toys. Don't overpay, because if you save money, you can put them towards something else. So there you have it. Let's see. What else do we got? I forgot. I almost forgot. Last week, we announced a giveaway. Iron Man 2020, Walgreens exclusive, Naomi regular edition, Elite 78, and then Elite 78 Randy Orton. So I said, hey, these were extras I got given to me. I'm going to give them away to you guys that are watching out there. And the winner who followed me, subscribed, and commented, and did all the rules. Hopefully you guys have all subscribed. But it is Sammy Evans. And that's actually a name I've seen around before. So that's cool that Sammy Evans won. Sammy, I'll get in touch with you, or you get in touch with me, whatever happens first. But I'll get those figures out to you. Put them in the mail Monday morning. You know, I don't mess around. When I ship stuff, it ships the same day or the next day. I'm a professional. So Sammy Evans, thank you for watching. Thank you for following along. Thank you for subscribing. I got some more figures to give away. I might just wait a while, though. We're about 2,500 subscribers right now. You know, let's do a big 5,000 subscriber giveaway. I don't know how long it'll take to get 5,000 subscribers. I don't know how long it took. It took, what, June, 6 months the channel's been going, so we got 2,500 subscribers in 6 months. I don't know if that's good or that's really bad. It's probably okay. So we'll see. We'll keep pushing. We'll keep subscribing. Get out there, guys. Subscribe. Like I said, tell a friend. Tell everybody you know. Subscribe. We'll have more giveaways before you know it. And then hold the phone. Breaking news. As I was filming and after I was done filming, there was a little announcement today from our friends at Super 7. The announcement of another reaction figure. This time of the one and only, the greatest of all time, Lemmy Kilmister from Motorhead. Also announced Rob Halford of Judas Priest, another heavy hitter in the metal world. I'll probably sleep on the Judas Priest, maybe not. Definitely day one must buy on the Lemmy. You know I don't like the reaction figures. They don't do anything for me, except I collect all things figure related, Motorhead and Lemmy related. Gotta get those. I have all the other ones. Have to get the Lemmy figure, so that's really cool. I want to believe we got the King Diamond Ultimate coming out about a year from now. I am hoping they announce a Lemmy Ultimate figure. Ooh boy, that would be a game changer. That would definitely be the figure of the year. There's no topping that. So hopefully a Lemmy Ultimate comes down the line soon. And then a little Transformers talk. You know we don't talk a ton of Transformers. I got my gripes with that line I can go into another day. I won't today. But they did announce some Studio 86 figures today in the Hasbro announcements. Now the cool thing about that is these are based on the Transformers 86 movie. Awesome figures. Hot Rod, The one I really want is that Grimlock. That is the one thing that's missing from my Transformers collection, is the Dinobots. I haven't been able to find a Dinobots that are reasonably priced that I think deserve space in my shelves. I love this Grimlock. It's a big figure too. I want my Transformers to be big. I want big figures, and then you give Bumblebee down here. I want bigger figures. I don't like how they do all that these days with the Transformers. There's too many repeats, all that stuff. I went through it before. Little Transformers news, those Transformers Redline figures, go back in the channel about a week. I unboxed those and reviewed them. Hot garbage. Very disappointed in that line. I had high hopes, did not meet my expectations. I actually sold those 3 after I opened them for $80. So I made $20 and got an unboxing video out of it. So there you go. But looking at getting Hot Rod, looking at getting that Grimlock from that Studio Series 86. We'll see where that goes. I mean, that's what I want. I want Transformers that look like the cartoons, and I want them a little bit bigger. So, more to come on that, but little breaking news today. Finally, this week, before we get into the weekly purchases, which is another long one, album of the week, Black Label Society, 1919 Eternal. Love me some Zakk Wylde, love me some Black Sabbath, love me some Black Label Society, love me some Ozzy, the whole family. I love them all. You know, Zakk Wylde has Zakk Sabbath right now. I've seen them about 5 or 6 times the last couple of years. Obviously not this year. But I see Zakk whenever he's in the Midwest. I work the circuit and go to all the shows, no matter if it's a solo band, a Zakk Sabbath, Black Label, you name it. Met the guy a few times. A great guy. Love, love, love Black Label Society. Whenever I listen to this album, it always brings me back to my college years. I used to have my gym out in the garage in my apartment, and I'd lift weights out there. I'd be blasting that album at full volume. It was a college town. Nobody cared. You could play the music as loud as you wanted. Unlike these residential neighborhoods where, they call the cops on you if you're just trying to get down to some Judas Priest on a late Saturday night. But that is what it is. But if you guys don't listen to Black Label Society, check them out. They're a favorite of mine. So there you have it. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of weekly purchases coming up next. All right, guys, let's get down to it. Another heavy week. I always say, next week it won't be that heavy. They're all heavy. I need to stop saying that. I'm a broken record at this point. It's a big week every single week. But one of these weeks I'm going to surprise you. Maybe April Fool's Day week. I just won't buy anything. I'll have nothing bought that week, and we'll have the shortest weekly purchases video in history. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But another big week this week. A ton of different stuff. We got wrestling. We got Star Wars. We got Marvel. Just a little bit. It runs the gamut of about everything I collect. So that's a fun week. A little bit of mix and match and a little of this, a little of that. So let's jump into it. And I want to start off first thanking one of my Twitter followers, video watchers, you name it, Mr. Adam Core, and actually from Iowa as well. So even better, an Iowan, a local fella. But he sent me this week. Really appreciate this. You guys know I'm on the hunt for the G.I. Joe Cobra Troopers. I think I have 3 right now. 2, 3, maybe 4. I don't know. All I know is I need one more red Cobra Trooper. That's all I'm looking for. I don't need as many as some of the other stuff. But he sent me this one this week. He found this in his neck of the woods. Knew I was on the hunt. It was a totally beaten up, damaged box. But I said, hey, I need it. You can ship it loose. I don't even need the box. I'm going to open it anyways. Minty fresh, right out of the package. Another Ninja down. So thank you, Adam, for sending this in. Really appreciate that. I guess I should put an address if any of you guys want to send me anything to review, or you want to send me a nice thank you letter, or a hate mail. If you want to write me a hate mail, I'll put an address in the link in the description down here if there's something anybody wants to send me. But anyways, let's keep rolling. Here's another one. How about this one? I got this from Ringside. Got this out of the damaged packaging sale this week. The brand new Top Picks Kofi Kingston. Had to get this one because it's a different gear, so you know how that goes. Box is pretty mangled, but it was damaged. And this cost as much as it cost in the store. So that's the only reason I picked it up. I'm opening it anyways. Doesn't matter. Might as well get it now. This probably come around Christmas time to the Walmarts. So I got Kofi Kingston, damaged packaging. See you later, Kofi. You're damaged. This week, Walgreens. We all know there's Walgreens exclusives. They're the bane of my existence. I hate going to Walgreens, but I love the extra figures we get and some of the surprises along the way. And this week, I got the Clone Trooper Lieutenants. Walgreens exclusive. They're just starting to hit right now. So I got 2 of these. A little bit of troop building. I don't think I'll get any more of these unless there's a hot Walgreens sale. But pick these up. I was glad to get these off the list right away. I also found 2 more later in the week. I did notice that a lot of them have the same issue right here where it's kind of torn on the box. It must be something they're coming out of where certain ones are getting cut. I'm not sure, but there's 2 Star Wars. See you later. See you later. Off the books. So there you go. Also this week, a little off, this should have probably been in the news segment. Did anybody see this post online? The G.I. Joe Cobra Island Cobra Trooper at Ross. I don't know if I believe this. I'm calling shenanigans. I'm calling up my old buddy Gary Busey. He's going to be the verdict and final judge on this. We'll have to figure that out, but I don't think Cobra Troopers are going to Ross. But boy, if that's the case, there's going to be a lot of happy people out there getting Cobra Troopers cheap. So time will tell on that one, but I'm not holding my breath. That is for sure. How about some figures in strange places? Went to Best Buy this week, and look what they had. Winter Soldier Falcon 2-pack. This was really rare in my area, and I think I saw it maybe once, maybe twice, and I passed on it back in the day. Back in the day, I said I'm only getting the comic Marvel Legends. That has since changed. Now I'm all in on all of them. As you guys know, completionist city. I picked this up at Best Buy, $40. So happy to have this off the list. I never had an MCU Winter Soldier, so there you go right there. We'll do a unboxing. Maybe I'll unbox that and that Black Panther pack I got a few weeks back. We'll do a throwback Marvel Legends unboxing. I got to build up my inventory of videos, because like I said earlier, I always had some safety stuff just to put out if I need to, or maybe a bonus video here and there. That's all gone. It all got dropped on Thursday. I cleaned it all out. So I got about 50 Jax Wrestling unboxings and a few other things. So counting right now, I think I have about 100 unboxing videos I could do if nothing new comes in. So we're backlogged on the channel. I might just make a bunch of those. You know, I'll die of a heart attack here in a couple of years, and then my wife can... as I'm dead, she can keep posting the videos for you guys, and we can get another about a year of videos once I'm dead and gone. So there you go, something to look forward to. All right, been playing the long game. You know I don't play a long game very often, but I had to. And this was the week for the long game to come out and work out good. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. My favorite Halloween movie. I don't care what you say. I know people love Michael Myers, not me. I like the Season of the Witch. Easy for me to say. I've loved this movie since I was a kid. It's so weird. It's so different. My daughters and I always watch this movie. I gotta watch it again here soon and maybe unbox it. Maybe I'll bring my daughter in. We could talk about the movie. We can unbox this. Been playing the long game on this. This thing was like $50-$60. And it's actually sold really well. I thought it would hang around for a long time. It was pretty much gone. There was one Target in my local area that still had this, and I talked about that coupon earlier. Spend 100, save 25, and that's what I did. I picked this up, and you guys saw I finally find that LOL girl Lone Star. She's been hard. She's been riding her cowboy horse out there, and I hadn't been able to find Lone Star. Finally found it. My wife said, "Hey, Lone Star's in stock at Target. Go there." Went there, grabbed her, and then I found this. I said, "It's figure fate, meant to be." Got this one off the book, so I need to get this open. I'll do an unboxing. Maybe I'll do the unboxing this week, and I'll save it for Halloween as a bonus video, as Halloween is on a Saturday this week. I'm going to have to pull out some surprises on weekly purchases. But we'll do a bonus video maybe on Halloween. We'll open this. I'll grab my daughter or something, and we'll get it done. So happy to have that one. Big fan of that movie, like I said. Another one, hot off the presses. Survivor Series, Mattel Elites. I'll probably do this unboxing tomorrow, later today, and we'll unbox them on Sunday. How's that sound? The new set, Samoa Joe, Drew McIntyre, John Morrison, and Kane. You know, I don't know what to think about this set. Kind of hard to get. It's been kind of weird lately. But if we know anything about these Survivor Series sets the last couple of years, they usually get pretty plentiful for a while and get fairly cheap. So we'll see how that goes. We'll take our time, but we're going to open these up tomorrow. I think that'll be our unboxing video for Sunday. So let's see what all the fuss is about with these new ones. Always happy to get new Elites in. Got to keep current. Got to have every single one. So keeping the streak alive. There you have it. How about this? How about a little army building? Some army building city. How about Hellfire Club Guards? I absolutely love this concept from Hasbro Pulse. Free shipping if you're a member, like we all talked about how I signed up a few weeks ago. Got 6 of these Hellfire Club Guards. And you can't have just Hellfire Club Guards. You gotta have the Hellfire Club. finally came through the mailbox this week. I was sweating it pretty hard. My tracking said delivered. It was nowhere to be seen. It came 3 days after the tracking was delivered. I contacted Hasbro Pulse, said, hey, what's going on? What's the deal? They said, wait a little bit longer. But they said, sorry, we are sold out of these. We're not getting any more in. We'll just have to refund your money. And then I'm looking. These are going from $170 to $180 online. And I paid like $60 for it. I said, I can't believe this. This can't be true. This can't happen to me. Luckily, on Columbus Day, the FedEx guy pulled in, and I about did a backflip in the back here in the front yard, and got the Hellfire Club. So definitely we'll do an unboxing of this set, and maybe 1 or 2 of these figures along with it. But a really cool box, as all these Hasbro exclusives have been really amazing packaging. These are really cool. I talked about these. I expect to see a lot more of this stuff from Hasbro. Not your typical packaging, but they're only $14 a figure instead of $20. That's what we want out of Army Builders. They did the AIM Soldiers. They did the Hellfire Club Guards. Is it possible we might get the Multiple Man from X Factor? Could we get a Multiple Man box like this? There's a lot of guards. Probably a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, maybe, from Nick Fury and stuff. I think there's a lot of opportunities in this line. I hope this continues. I would love to see them do this with Star Wars. Maybe the putties from Power Rangers. You can do it with so many different things, but everybody loves an Army Builder. Let's do it with G.I. Joe especially. That's what I want to see. Let's get our Cobra Troops out there. Put in that. We don't need all that fancy packaging. Give us some easy Army Builders, and I'm all in. Sign me up. Speaking of G.I. Joe, you saw my figure hunting video this week, hopefully. I couldn't resist. I passed on this thing 3 times. This week, I finally said, you know what? I'm just going to get it. I don't need it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. You guys know I'm all 6-inch. But something about the old school Hiss tank, the packaging jumps off. You saw my Awe Striker review. That one was near and dear to my heart. Little known fact, I had almost everything G.I. Joe. I mean, literally everything. People say that and they maybe didn't have everything. I literally had everything. My dad and I, we hunted all those Joes down. We were Joe completionists. But you know, one of the few things I did not have, really strange, is an original Hiss tank back in the day. I never got the Hiss tank. I don't know why. That seems very strange. It's such an iconic vehicle. But anyways, I got it now. So we'll see. I don't know if I'll unbox this. I kind of want to leave it in. The Awe Striker, I just had to unbox. I had to right that wrong from 1986. It needed to be done. I don't really have that problem with the Hiss tank. So we'll see. Long game unboxing. Maybe I'll just display it. Maybe I'll take it back. Maybe I'll give it away. I don't know what I'm going to do with that Hiss tank. But I just had to get it when I saw a fresh case this week. More wrestling. How about this? You guys seen these yet? Brand new from Ringside Collectibles. Andre the Giant, Macho Man Randy Savage in ring cart. Look at that. Pretty cool. Something a lot of people have wanted ring carts for a lot of years. I'd take a ring cart. Obviously, I bought these. It's not something I really clamored for, but I'll take them. Very interesting. Unfortunately, they are basic figures. I wish they were elites, but beggars can't be choosers. So a cool, something different. I am told these are going to be at Walmart's. There's going to be a big pallet display. These should be pretty plentiful, but I had to get them right away. I'll probably unbox these, and I think I will buy, once I find them at Walmart, I'm going to get a second set to keep in the box. You guys go back on my channel, one of the earlier videos. You guys love my Jakks Classic Superstars deep dives. If you don't, what's wrong with you? They're great. But anyways, there's a deep dive where we go through every single Mattel entrance greats ever. Really fun video. Maybe a lot of you newer subscribers slept on that one. Go back in the channel, search for entrance greats. We go through every single one. These boxes remind me just of entrance greats. I haven't compared the size, but they're pretty close. So my plan is to buy an extra set of these to keep in the box, and I'm going to display them with my mint on box, mint on card, entrance great set. So very cool. You got the Macho Man, you got Andre. Nice to have something new, something different, a little bit outside the box thinking, which we all appreciate, I think, as toy and figure collectors. We want stuff that's different, and that's what that is. So there you go. How about this? I got this in the mail, the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast card of the month. Let's see if I got anything special. You know, last week when we did the unboxing live on Weekly Purchases, I got that Chelsea Green autograph card. So let's see what I get this week. See you later. Oh, just a straight up plain old Brian Myers. Just plain old Brian. No autograph, no nothing. Can't win them all, folks, and I proved that point right there. All right, let's dig into some back haul stuff. kind of being a completionist with Marvel Legends. There's a bit of a lull in the action. We talked about there was no news. I'm caught up. I'm sitting here patiently waiting for that Joe Fix-It wave. I got to get that off my list and be done. But in the meantime, there was some sales going on. I'm in these Facebook groups. I'm in these marketplace groups. I'm keeping my eyes. I'm looking at stuff I might need. And a big deal came up. There was a guy selling his collection, or at least a big chunk of his collection, way below eBay prices. So I had to jump. I said, now's the time. Got to get a deal. And that's what I did. So let's start it off. I picked up some people I slept on back in the day. And first one would be Spiral. If you guys know about Spiral from the X-Men, she was in the X-Men animated series. Also in the Mojo world. A heavy, heavy hitter of the Marvel Legends line. Really hard to get. I truly expect this to be re-released by Marvel Legends anytime now that I spent, way too much money on this figure. I'm sure we'll get an updated version of her, and that one will be worthless. That's just the way it goes. Speaking of heavy, heavy hitter figures, I've been hoping a re-release from Marvel Legends. Never happened, so I said, okay, I'm buying this Build-A-Figure. One of the most expensive Build-A-Figures out there. I'm going to jump on it. Now's the time. And that means Marvel Legends will probably re-release this in 2021. But I finally got the Mojo Build-A-Figure. You guys probably know Mojo. Most of the people my age, we know him from the animated series, but also the comic books, Mojo World. I really need the long shot to go with this. My local comic book store has that for like $18. I want to pull the trigger, but that's another one. I know the minute I do that, we're going to get an updated long shot, and I'm going to say, why did I buy this? It's just part of the craziness of being a collector, I guess. But pretty cool for the old school Marvel Legends. A lot of people really love this one. I do like it, but it's nowhere near the top of my favorite. I feel it's a little limited, and I don't know, something about it. It's not the most eye-appealing figure either. He's not a bashful beauty there. But there it is. That's Mojo, so I picked him up. And then I also, got to get a deal. Multiple Man. I already had Multiple Man, but you can never have enough Multiple Man. So I got a loose Multiple Man with the extra heads. Picked him up cheap. I said, why not throw it in with the deal. So I had to pick that up. And then we keep going. Look at this one. A heavy, heavy hitter. The Brood Queen. Build-A-Figure. Old school. Once again, now that I got this, they'll probably re-release it. That's just my luck. But very Alien-inspired, if you guys know the Brood. And then I also got the Broodling, the smaller Brood. You got the Queen one, you got the smaller one. Cool X-Men villain I was always a big fan of back in the day. I was such a big fan. Now, this isn't a weekly purchases. This is old school 1990s Kyle's toy chest. Old school Brood. You remember the old school Brood figures from the Marvel X-Men line, Toy Biz? I figured, you know what? You got the Brood Queen, you need a bunch of extra Broods. I'm going to display this one with this. I'm going to make a whole Brood display. So I figured I'd incorporate my old school one. It kind of works. They're all Broods. It works together. But I'll put one in there. Maybe I'll put two. Maybe I'll put 3 Broods in there. You build an army is what you do. You build an army. You got Broods everywhere. How many Broods do you need? I don't know. Let's just keep, I was an army builder way back. 10-year-old Kyle loved to build an army of Broods, apparently. I got all these. What is that? 2, 4, 6. I got more. Oh, yeah, we got more. We got more Broods. Got 7 Broods. Then the Brood Queen, then the Broodling. So a little Brood army going on here. I remember getting these back in the day on clearance at KB. They were like $2 each. I said, it's time to build a Brood army. And that's exactly what I did. And little did I know, 10-year-old Kyle was building that for 40-year-old Kyle today. It's amazing how that works sometimes. So we're not even close to being done with weekly purchases. But let me clean this Brood mess up and we'll keep going. We'll keep rolling on. All right, I got my Brood collection all cleaned off, ready to get back into the weekly purchases. So how about some Jack-specific WWE Jacks? You guys know. Well, found a few more this week. Got 2 Rob Van Dams I was missing. I didn't even know this one existed. I thought this was a different figure. It's the Off the Ropes figure, Rob Van Dam. So I got this one and then got a regular release RVD. Getting closer and closer to completing it. We've been talking about it since the beginning of the channel. Just a few ones. Nothing really too heavy hitter. That Andre the Giant Big Show 2-pack, that's probably the most expensive one left. I really don't want to pay $175 for that. Maybe around $100 is what I'm hoping. So getting there. But just going through the Cenas, the Ortons, the Batistas, the Rob Van Dams. Okay, am I sure I have all these? Let me do a double check, and that's where I'm at right now. I can't wait till the day we get the kazoo out, and we celebrate, and we have a big party. Who knows? Maybe we'll invite a bunch of guests. We'll get them via Cameo. We'll get a bunch of Cameo guests congratulating me on my Jax thing. It'd be really great if you got, Todd Bridges might come and say hi from Different Strokes. I would say get Ma'am from Webster, but I think she died, as did George. But I'll get Emmanuel Lewis. I'll get Webster to come on, and he'll say, Kyle, congratulations on your Jax. Maybe Alf, if Alf is doing cameos out there. Who knows? We'll get somebody, but there you go. So there's some Jax. This week, this will go along with my Survivor Series unboxing we showed earlier. I got a coat for that John Morrison figure. A little aftermarket job, so stay tuned to that when we do the unboxing of the Survivor Series. I also, if you guys watched that Detolf video I posted the other day with my wife putting these Detolfs together, we talked about puck lights. Well, I got all those new Detolfs. I had to get some more puck lights. So got another roll of those this week just to have. Really recommend those. A lot of people say, why don't you do the LED strips that plug in? Well, you got 25 Detolfs. How many outlets do you think I have? I mean, I got a lot of outlets down here. I actually have double the amount of outlets than normal. I had the electrician say I want one every 4 feet instead of every 8 feet. It's still not enough to power all these and have every outlet taken. You know how it goes. So there you have it. There's that reason. I rolled the dice this week. I recommend doing this a lot on Amazon. Elite 79 Bobby Fish. You guys probably say, Kyle, you already unboxed that. You already have that. Yes, I did. They had this at like $18.99 with free shipping. I rolled the dice, said I'm going to buy one, and hopefully I get the chase, because, I need the chase of this. Well, unfortunately, no chase Bobby Fish. Got the regular version, which is a strong figure. I like this more than the chase, actually. But I didn't get the chase. So, I don't know about you guys where you live, but there's Kohl's department stores. They're on every corner where I live. You can take anything back from Amazon there, and I'm just going to simply take this back tonight to Kohl's, get my money back. So it's just worth the gamble. If you go to Kohl's often enough, like I said, there's one close by my house, so I can just take it back. That's what I'll do. So a little disappointment there, but it is what it is. Now, let's get down to it. Let's finish this video out. I've been flirting with it. I talked about it in social media. I talked about it at the beginning of this show. Kyle, what is the new collection you got after this week? And it's time for the big unveil. I have started a Marvel Selects collection. Marvel Selects, for those of you who don't know, there's Marvel Legends. You get those at the Walmarts and Targets of the world. Marvel Selects are a little bit more detailed, a little more statue-esque figures, a little bit bigger than Marvel Legends, but they're only sold in like hobby shops, comic book stores, and things like that. They're not allowed to be sold at Walmart and Target. That's how the rules are between them and Hasbro. It's kind of weird. But it's a sub-line that doesn't get a lot of love, flies under a lot of radars, because there's not everybody goes to comic book shops and stuff like that. People go to Walmart and Target, they see those. These have been around a long time. My first Marvel Select figure I bought was maybe 10 years ago, the Captain America figure. Absolute hot garbage of the week if I was opening it right now, and hot garbage back then. I shortly sold it after I was done. However, I always kept my eyes on the Marvel Select. I said, what is going on over there? And one thing I've noticed, and you guys know me, you've seen enough of my videos. What do I like? I like face-painted wrestlers, and I like big figures. And I think they do big figures the best. There's been a lot of cool ones over the years. I got some today we're going to show. But I've always said from afar, oh, I should get those. No, I can't. I don't need to go down the road. Oh, look at that one. Oh, I should get it. No, I won't. I won't. Well, you guys checked out my figure hunting video yesterday. I was at a comic book shop just killing some time. My wife was getting ready. We were going out on a hot date. We were going to an Italian dinner. And I said, you know what, I'm going to hit this comic book shop while she gets dressed and gets her makeup on. And that's what I did, and I saw one. I caught it out of the corner of my eye, and I said, you know what, today is the day. I'm going down this Marvel Select road. And whenever I start a collection like that, you know what, I start spinning. I start going to the Mercaris. I start going to the eBays. I start going to looking at the local comic book stores' websites. I look at the Facebook groups. I start going all in. I start researching. Okay, who's got the cheapest price? What are the ones I want? I'm going through the checklist, going through all of them. And in about 1 week, next week's weekly purchases, I should have the rest. I've gotten every Marvel Select figure I've been wanting to get. I had my eyes on for a while. And the key to my Marvel Select collection is I'm not going to be a completist. I'm not getting every single one. There's a lot of hot garbage out there. I am getting the big figures and some of the figures that either Marvel Legends have not made, or they are bigger figures that scale extremely well with the Marvel Legends. We'll talk about it as we show them. So that is my rules for this collection. I'm not all in. I'm not picking up the Spider-Woman or the Punisher. They don't make sense. I don't have a different Marvel Select. These are figures I am going to incorporate in to Marvel Legends displays. So that being said, my rules are out there. The cat is out of the proverbial bag. Time to show off some of these Marvel Selects, and I'm going to go with a heavy hitter I've wanted for years. I just never did it because I have 2 Marvel Legends version. But now I got a 3rd. The Juggernaut. So I don't know if some of you guys have probably never seen these figures, maybe. Blister card like we have here, but they are heavy, heavy figures. I mean, a couple pounds. And this Juggernaut's awesome. It's bigger than the Marvel Legends. And Juggernaut scales. He can be really big. He's never small, but he's, different sizes. I need a Juggernaut with my X-Men. I need a Juggernaut with my Deadpool set. I need a Juggernaut with my Thunderbolts. I have different uses in different displays for Juggernaut. This one will fit into one of them. But look at that. That is a big figure, an awesome figure. We're going to have quite a few Marvel Select unboxings coming down the road to the channel. So be prepared for that. We'll do a little deeper talks about some of those as we do that. Here's another one I picked up at a comic book shop. The Chitauri Foot Soldier from the Avengers movie. Never released as a Marvel Legend. Really cheap price. It was only 21 bucks, and they had a sale for like 15% off these. So I said, you know what, I'll buy this. And I picked up a lot of these really cheap. That's the nice thing when you jump into a new line that's been around for a while. You get to clean up on a lot of the cheap ones, a lot of the deals that are out there. I do enjoy doing that, so I got a lot of deals on these. No better of a deal than this one, the Destroyer from Thor. Never made into a Marvel Legends. I'm very shocked. A big figure. It was in the Thor movie. One of the hardest to find and one of the most expensive. I think a lot of that is because Marvel Legends never made one. So I ordered one. I said, this is the one I really want. I've been eyeing the longest. It was $50 on eBay. I pulled the trigger, got it. 50 bucks. Came today right before the video. But then I went to that local comic book store, like $23.99 for this one. I said, you gotta be kidding me. I gotta get a deal. This is not getting a deal. I got it for $23.99. So I'm going to keep the $23.99 one. That'll be in my collection. I'll keep it. I'm going to sell this, try to get some of my $50 back. I'm going to try to flip it again. I'll put it on eBay. Or if any of you guys, hey, hit me up. If you guys want to buy this thing, I'll sell it to you. $50 shipped in the continental U.S. Got to get a deal. I'll ship this your way. Or if you got something good to trade, hey, you guys know what I like. I might be open for a trade if somebody wants a Destroyer. There you go. Talking Marvel Selects at the comic book shop that really pulled the trigger on me was this thing. Not my favorite, but look at that. That is big. It's heavy. It's a big, heavy figure. It's unbelievable. I don't know if it's as good as the Marvel Legends things. I kind of just fell in love with it, that comic book shop looking at it. But comparing it to my things I have right now, I think I like those better. This one might scale a little big. But I think if you display things right, a big figure just right, you can make it work. But a thing, got to have him in there. How about another one? This one was really cheap, like $18.99 on Amazon. It might still be $18.99. It's Hulk from the Avengers movie. They never made a Marvel Legends one of this. I'm kind of surprised there's not a Marvel Legends figure. Maybe it's to come. They've flirted with doing more Avenger movie figures. But here's the Hulk, so I got this one really cheap. Just kind of figured it might go with those Marvel Legends. You know, obviously Hulk's bigger, so it might scale okay. And it was a cheap one, so got to get a deal. Ultron, speaking of Avengers villain, I like this Ultron. I have the movie Ultron, but I don't have a comic book figure Ultron. So this one works, and Ultron's one that changes his sizes a lot, so I had to pick up Ultron. Got it off Mercari at a hot price as well. So the deals keep on coming this week. And then Sandman. This one I was kind of on the fence for. 26 bucks, I think, on Amazon. I don't know. I have the Build-A-Figure Sandman. That's an okay figure. It just doesn't have normal legs and stuff like that, so this one does. He might be a tad tall, but he's got a pretty cool display base. You could take his legs off and put him on this sand. You can see on the back of the package there. I just thought this was a cool one to get fairly cheap. So the Sandman comes home. We enjoy a little bit of Sandman. How about Thanos? Now, they just announced a new Marvel Legend coming in 2021, but I've always liked this one. It also comes with the Death figure, which you can use in a lot of different ways. So I found that to be really cool. So Thanos, a heavy hitter villain we all know and love. Had to pick that one. Let's see. And then we got one left. And it's probably the coolest one, and one I've had my eyes on, and I'm surprised I haven't pulled the trigger earlier. It is the Abomination. We've got 2 Marvel Legend Build-A-Figure versions, but this is a heavy one, a meaner one, a bigger one, a more menacing one. I really like the looks of this one. This one's another one you can get fairly cheap on Amazon, but just a big, heavy figure. So there's a little Marvel Select, a little new collection, a little new what I'm up to. Like I said, I got a few more surprises coming next week from the Marvel Select line, maybe another 5 or 6 figures. But after that, I'm pretty much done. There's one Hulk that's coming out next year that caught my eye. But besides that, I think I'm pretty good on Marvel Legends, or Marvel Select, I should say. So there you go. Another weekly purchases video under our belt. A very, very busy week. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Like the video. Leave me a comment. You guys tell me what you picked up this week. I know you guys were getting stuff too. I always like to see what you guys got. Any discussion on any of my stuff? Do you get the Marvel Selects? You tell me in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I've said it a few times, but it does help. So subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend. Tell your grandma. Tell your wife. Tell your aunt. Tell your uncle. Tell your brother. Tell your cousin. Tell anybody you know, and make sure they subscribe and start watching the channel. So I'm Kyle, and I've been alive as long as I can remember. And I'll see you guys all next week.